So, say plot seekers.
Oh no, my ears getting into the food. Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time with us, we are the Plot Seekers. I am Shanique and this is Kenisha, Shen and Ken for short.
Yeah.
And today we'll be discussing the first half of the Hazel Wood by Melissa Albert. And if you don't know, we're a book club, and in the digital landscape we're doing the whole book club thing. So we assigned reading last week, chapters 1 through 16, and that is what we're going to talk about today. Oh yeah, and we're also having lunch, as you can see, book club style. Yeah. So, into the thoughts about the book. I will eat while Kenisha talks.
Really?
Yes.
Alright, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so let us just talk about the cover, or the good things about the Hazel Wood. Is one of the good things I like about this is that the cover, everything on the cover. So if you look, you see a what do you call this now? A bird cage.
Mm-hmm.
There is a chapter that references a bird cage. So I like it because in a sense, if you've ever watched those old movies where the actors actually say the line of a line is the name of the movie, that is what I like. This is just like that. It does homage to those kind of old movies. So there's a bird cage there, and there's a line in it that says the bird cage, or reference the bird cage in it.
And there's a chapter with a picture.
Yes.
With a bird cage as well.
Right, and that chapter is about the bird cage, or you get to understand why
the bird cage is important.
Yes. Oh, yes. Okay, so before we go any further into all of this, can we just talk about these cups right here? And this video is absolutely not sponsored, but we just wanted to talk about it real quick. Yes.
Yeah, we don't know if you can see this, but we're very far away from the camera. Yeah, but on these straws it says the Plot Seekers.
Yes.
Right? And this was done by a company by the name of Bambusa.
Yes.
They are a local company so Jamaica.
Let's get into it.
The backstory. Jamaica is now on we're on a plastic ban.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, so we're outlawing, or it is already outlawed, for there to be plastic bags, even though they're still here.
Yes.
Plastic straws, just anything plastic. So Bambusa is a company that was birthed out of that
Sustainably JA. That's their tag.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So these straws are made out of bamboo, and I guess maybe that's the name, Bambusa. And we got these mason jars with them, and of course, homage to the Rastafarian colors right here.
Right.
Living for it, and I just think it's just so cute. And then each of them comes with an actual little silver thing that you use to clean the straws,
and it's so inexpensive.
Exactly.
And you get a bigger version of this straw.
Yes.
For
your
cold
smoothies.
beverages.
Yeah. And so just imagine if you are into the no plastic and then saving some just all of that.
Or you live in that vegan lifestyle.
Yes. You can just give them a shout out or a look. They're on Instagram. It's at Bambusa.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you can check them. We might just link them down into the description just so you can find them, because we thought these were cute, and because you can also customize them with your name, with whatever you want to put on it. So just check them out and live sustainably, I guess. Let's go back into talking about this book right here. Hazel Wood, as we say, by Melissa Albert, our book of the month. It's an interesting story, I think. That the first chapter talks about, give us a backstory on what is Hazel Wood, and Hazel Wood is the name of a house or a mansion or a property.
Or even the woods.
Yes.
We don't know yet.
But we don't know. We are like half of the book, but so far it seems to be the name of a property that is owned by Althea Proserpine. That's how we're going to pronounce
That's
her
if she
name.
even owns it.
I just don't even know. One thing we gotta give Melissa, okay, people, if you're into things that leave cliffhangers, like for a moment, all I could remember, if anybody knows, like in between, what do they call it? Read with the Lions. That little show that,
Between the Lions.
Between the Lions. If you know that show from like way back when, where the little show, the skit in it,
Cliffhanger. Yes, that thing.
It's hanging from a cliff.
Yeah.
Like every single chapter leaves you hanging from a cliff, and you don't know what is going to be next. And the next chapter kind of have you asking more questions than it answered, and you're still there like, what is happening with this book? Okay. Listen, this book is narrated by, what's her name?
Alice Proserpine or Crew, whatever she feels like.
Can you imagine your parent telling you your last name can be whatever you want it
At a
to
very
be?
young age.
Very young. Was she about like 4 or 6? I don't even know at this point. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But the mother was like, whatever you want it to be, because the mother does not want to be associated with Proserpine. And so, she's Cruz and her mother was something else. I don't
know. Her mother doesn't have a last name. Like nobody in this book except for Ellery and Alice. They're the only two persons that
with a
have.
last name.
Nobody else has a last name.
Yeah,
And then later on,
Althea.
and Althea. But later on, we find out that Ella was actually short for Vanilla Proserpine.
I was there all this time just trying to listen. I'm trying to keep up with this book. This book was narrated by a antisocial introvert. And I have
She is not even a wallflower, she is the wall.
Can you imagine just being in her mind? And then I'm trying to relate, because I think one of the reasons why I like to read is the fact that you can get lost in the story and all of these things, and you might find things that just appeals to you and all of that. And I'm just trying to be very optimistic about this book, but I just can't be. I'm an introvert, but I'm just not Alice level. I feel like she's on a whole nother level by herself, and you have to give this writer her props, because best believe, okay, she took on that persona and she's writing
the entire well, what we've read.
Yes, so we're going to stop at chapter 16. We know we're a little bit beyond that, but what we've read, she has taken on that persona, and that has built the entire book. You know what I mean? Like Ellery with his many last name. I don't even know what his name.
Some Dijon business.
With his many last name, and he is a personality. I don't know. That's the only thing I can use to describe him at this point.
Ellery is a breath of fresh air.
Okay.
From Alice, because here we have dark clouds and thunder and lightning, which is Alice, and then we have a field of sunflowers, which is Ellery. It's a very different type of people, and I think Ellery has an interest not only because Alice is Althea's granddaughter, but that's how it started. But it seems like he likes her. Yeah,
you kind of get that type of thing. I mean, Alice's mother was like, "You don't talk to fans." Hold on there a little bit. Can we just go back? Because
like way back.
Let's go back. There was a particular point in this book where girl was like, she went into a Buick with a man with a red hair.
Like what?
At 6, I think, based on, because age is a number in this book, and she went into this van with a man, and she was like, oh, the man said he's going to carry her back to her grandmother, and she actually believed him.
Yep.
Okay, and then at some point in time, she was actually of the mind that this person was her father. And for a long periodical time, like this long time, God,
she was
hoping that this person, this love, this, oh God,
whatever he is or whomever he is. And this is a very important point. Ella's parenting style is subliminally, and then it is told how terrible it is through the entire book.
I can't relate. I can't relate. I'm having such a hard time with this book for many different
and
reasons.
she didn't even, I don't know if it's not important how Alice, well, they said they gave us a backstory of how Ella got pregnant. She was in love and whatever and then she ran away. I don't remember the story. But yeah, after she found out that she was pregnant, she ran away for whatever reason. We don't know because it's not addressed in the book. All we know is that she was being held hostage by her mother in the Hazelwood, and then she finally mustered up the courage one day to leave and decided never to return. But she was never free from the Hazelwood because bad luck followed her everywhere she went, so she had to continue moving from place to place.
I mean, let me tell you something. Ellery, Ella, and Alice and Bad Luck are the characters in this book. I'm telling you, Bad Luck have a name, a face, everything, because the whole, this chick talks about Bad Luck, and Bad Luck is the only thing that is described in great details. This girl was telling us about her father-in-law. What I found so funny, he is not even on our radar. The child did not mention the man's last name up to now. So for right now, a going joke for us is we're calling them the Harrells because
You mean her father, not her father-in-law.
I mean, well, our stepfather.
Yeah,
that's the correct thing. Yes, the stepfather.
no, Roger will be her sister, like.
Oh my God. And then the sister, they had a banter in the book one at a time, I noticed, and they were talking about the banter was, they were talking which parent was the worst, I guess, or whose life was the worst. It was
a comparison between both.
Look here. It was comical, it was ridiculous, it was, I don't know what this is, if somebody is supposed to talk about their worst experience. And then the girl was like, oh, one time my father bought a yacht, but then he did not put a swimming pool in it, so I sunk it. And I was like, wait, what?
Like, who does that?
Oh God.
Rich people problems.
But listen, that hurt my entire feelings. After I read that line, I put down the book and I walked away because I was like, what is this? And then Alice say, you know what? You win. You win. What's she with? Adrian? Audrey.
Yeah.
You win, and just moved on with her life because, I mean, out of the two of them, I mean, Alice has been through the worst. One of the first lines that in the second chapter, she said, if her mother was raised on fairy tales and she was raised on highways, because her entire existence is spent in a car. She born till now, she either be raised by on fairy tale, running from her mother, running from the bad luck. So her mother is like, she never really got to grow up in a way. You understand me? So at the end of the day, she wanted that normal life. They got news that Althea died. And so after Althea died, they were like, listen, she's like, yes, bad luck, no more for us. She said this. And then she's like, okay, so we're gonna do the normal thing.
Yes, they stopped moving.
Yes.
She got married.
Yes, she married up. Okay, that is how you get rich in the old movie. You're married up, and so she found Errol while she was doing a cocktail party, and she was like, Errol was like, oh, I thought she was one of us. You know, that's his favorite story to tell him. So you can get an idea of who Errol is. Like, Errol is an ass. Like,
yes.
there is nothing.
Like, who says that as a compliment?
Oh my God! And this is a story. that is told over and over, apparently, according to what Alice is saying to people. That is how he saw her. You know what I
And
mean?
you can guess by now that the story is being told by Alice. Like everything is painted over with how
Alice's point of view.
how she thinks, how she feels.
Right, and then she doesn't necessarily feel much about people. She loves her mother. We can get that for certain. The world in itself, you don't get to immerse in the world. You don't really get an understanding of what is happening. You just get Alice's perspective on everything. Alice's perspective on a conversation. Alice's perspective on her mother and Errol's relationship, which she does not like any at all, and she really just wants to move on with her mother to someplace else. And here comes, Ellery to the picture. And Ellery,
I guess in a way she was kind of right, because she had a feeling, a very strong feeling, that the bad luck was closing in on them, and it did. So I guess in a way she was right, but then again she never did like her from the very beginning, based on what she said. They forced a hug at the wedding. Was it the wedding?
No, they had a breakfast, like a meeting with our.
And you're live. Okay. Take 37.
Yeah. Welcome back to our channel.
As you can see, the food is gone. Our camera died.
Yeah, battery died. So, yeah, man. So we're back. Let's just kind of. Actually, what are we talking about?
I have no idea.
My God. All right. So this book has made me extremely emotional for different reasons, mostly because I was trying to get into it, but I have not. But I don't know what to say.
It could have been so great if it was more relatable. At least the character who was telling the story was more relatable. Kenisha knows that I've been struggling. Like usually, I will not name the book, but I was reading another book. It took me almost a year to finish the book. Like when I don't get into a book, I want to finish it, but finishing it is not a priority. So I just take it up whenever and continue from wherever I left off. It's almost the same thing is happening with this book, but because we're doing this, I have to push myself.
Thank you.
To finish it.
Good job. Yes. So alright. So the thing is, I'm different. I'm the different one. Once it is that I can't get into a book, it's like I'm almost racing to the end, because I want to see if at some point there's going to be a turning point. I'm going to love it, and I'm going to oh my gosh, plot twist. But
not yet, because we know nothing.
Yes.
It's like a very mean person. You're asking them for something and they're just barely. Do you remember those old acne cartoons? How they exaggerate everything? That's how me. Just imagine an acne character, that's how it is. Character giving you something or telling you a story, and you just
take time telling you, because from chapter 1 to where we stop now, chapter 16, we are just given bits and pieces, and several things are happening, and you have to, it's like if you blink you miss it. And Ellery, bless his heart, so the story Hazel Wood is about a place, and not only that, it's about a book as well, which is about that Althea had written, called the Hinterland.
The Hinterland, yeah.
The Hinterland. Thank you, Shanique. So at some point in this book, that those characters from the Hinterland, okay, people,
it's here with us.
Yes. So it's not just a book. It was, it's like Althea. Ellery described her as not necessarily caring. She was just narrating the stories as just somebody who knows about it and was just telling about
Right.
these people. And so at the end of the day, we met some of those characters along the way. I think, oh yes, the person who kidnapped her, or she went to interview, not it means view it, let's not be crazy. He was Hinterlander, that's what we're going to call that?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This book is
And
full
of course, the Hinterlanders came for her mother. For what reason? We're still not sure.
We're not sure. So we are getting the understanding, or we're getting to the point where we're realizing, I see you, Melissa, the Hinterlanders were the bad luck. Like
all this time.
Like that's my deduction. Like if anybody else has
But
read
I'm
this
wondering, like, at what point, because Alice is now 17, she's telling us the story. At what point was her mother going to trust her enough to tell her any of this?
and secrecy kind of run in the family, because you know how she met the guy that kidnapped her many years ago. He looks the same. Okay, 10 years later.
Yep.
And this white don't crack. Okay, because assuming that this is a white man, like, based on her description, because red hair and all that. Okay, so, and this man looked the same way he looked at that time. So Henry was like, oh yeah, he's a Hinterlander. And then she didn't tell her mother. She went home and like, okay, let mommy just live out her best life.
Basically everything with Alice is like that. Like, something happens in the moment, it happens in the moment, and then she just moves on.
Yeah, so you realize that this is a learned behavior. So it's like looking at the dynamics between she and the heralds. Remember, that's our insight thing. And her mother tells her nothing. She knows even the letter, even the letter that says her this is what we can't understand. How the letter gonna reach to one place that they didn't even know they were going.
Meant to be.
Okay, but the letter showed up and was there waiting on them. Come, listen.
It's got Kenisha tripping, she said, shoot up.
Oh my god. I'm a big fan of fantasy. Let's not listen. All of them. I like mystery to a point. I like the plot twist. I like the cliffhangers. I live
for mystery, but this is. Can we say it's tantalizingly suspenseful?
Yeah, okay. We don't know where this story is going to take us. I'm looking forward to see, because the build up for readers like me. The build up, okay, is torture. Like, you trying to just mull through it and just see where they're going, this investigation that they're doing, everything just there. You know what I mean? Like, in where? Yeah, so it's trying to figure out where this is going.
Right now, for me, it's a bowl of nothing. Right now.
It's a jambalaya. It's just
It's like, I want to, see something, anything, like, give us more.
Please.
But what this might turn out to be is one of those series, I'm hoping that it's not, that carries you on to probably about the 6th book. And that's when you learn everything, and it's like, god damn it, why wasn't that in the first book? All of that could have been told in one book.
I mean, I feel like I needed to finish here. Like, I've been telling Jenny, like, I have to slow it down, because when I'm modeling through a book, I tend to read it fast, because I want there to be some redeemable qualities, and I feel like maybe it's the next 17 chapters, because I think it's what, 31? How much chapter that? I don't know, 16 chapters that we are, other 15 chapters, 15, that we're going to discover
something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is basically what we thought, I think, about.
So far.
Yeah, about the Hazel Wood.
I'm hoping next shot though is going to be a lot less stressful.
The Hazel Wood,
the drama.
It exists, people, and it was right here with us.
Oh my goodness, Shani. It's too much. Okay, so I think what's left for us to do now, because we don't tell you where we're there, and
it's too big.
Yes. So we want to know what is next.
Don't man the box, people.
Are you just going to show us something? What's my hand?
Put your hand in there and take out.
Put my hand in there, Shanique says. Trying to take out something. Oh Lord, please don't be a mystery.
Alright, so it's The Raven Boys by Maggie. I can't pronounce that last name. But that is also another series that's very popular here. So yeah, so we're going to get book 1.
Yeah.
And you should too for the month of...
Yeah, Maggie's Tibata, however they want to pronounce it. So The Raven Boys.
Yes.
So
for the month of September.
No spoilers. If you've read it and you want to say, yeah, that's a good book, or yeah, let us know. So that's what is next for the plot seekers. So the next video should be the final review of the Hazel Wood. Pray for us. Let us just get through this.
And then we'll give you a synopsis of what The Raven Boys is about.
Yeah.
In that video as well.
Oh, Shanique, we good to these people. Alright, hey, remember to what? Like,
share and subscribe, and of course if you want to know when a video is posted, click the bell.
Yeah. And also, check us out on Instagram.
Yes, we will get better. We're getting there. Slowly but surely.
Alright, as we said, look more. Bye bye.